Hi everybody, got a video I'm going to put up here. You all saw me loading the logs, the cherry the other day. That was a pretty nice cherry. It's some of the nicest cherry I've cut in a long time, which is kind of weird because, you know, the best cherry in my eyes, in my state, is in like the northwestern Pennsylvania to central, north central Pennsylvania. Like up towards Paws area, Stump Jumper, and then across, south of the Great Lakes up into New York. But this down south, over towards Calcutta, Ohio. It was just a real treat to cut some of this. But the back half of the property is just like 80-year-old strip mine. It's so terrible. I'm almost done. There's an end in sight. But I just wanted to explain. You'll see in this video here, after I'm done bending your ear, that I got a bucksaw. And that was what brought my interest up. I've always seen them, never used one. I was always an old school, hand cut, cable skid, hand buck, all that crap. That's how I was taught. So, but using the bucksaw, now, mind you, in this video, I have it sped up, but this bucksaw, there's something wrong with the hydraulics in this loader. This loader was purchased like on a salvage buy. It was rolled over on the side of a road somewhere. And the guy I work with picked this up fairly cheap, cheap equipment when it's a decent, you can get something for a decent deal, it's good. And basically all was messed up was the cab was a little screwed up. There's a couple other things, nothing major. Boom wasn't bent, nothing like that. So, but there's something wrong with the hydraulics in my mind. They're telling me there isn't, but there is, because certain days, I'll be running this bucksaw, and you see the ones on, other Logger Brandon's is a prime example. His loader is very similar to the one I'm using here in this video. Similar, it's not the same thing. But his bucksaw, it's just like, phew, and that thing just right down. And this one is just slow. Now, granted, it was like 0 the morning I took this video. So machines have been running for an hour, if not longer, actually about an hour and a half, just to get warm. And then you got to sit there and play with them for a little while just to get them. You can't just jam into it. You'll start breaking stuff. You got to get them slowly, get them warm. Once you get them warm, you got them go. So I have a go around where it works out nice, where I'm waiting for trucks in the morning and I could play around bucking some logs. And that's how I had a chance to do this video. But this thing's just slow. Something's not right. Now, the Franklin loader, the other one I used, that thing's fast. So fast. I like that. So it just needs a new bearing in the Rotex. But hopefully she lasts a little longer. But where my train of thought went. But either way, that's where this is where I figured out I can increase my production by like, I think it's like 60%. It's just amazing. I can buck so many loads of logs so fast. And this thing's not even operating at it, I'm saying it's probably about half of what it should be doing. And I can still do that, for the bucksaw speed and the loader speed. So, man, I get that. I get me one. I'm still looking, I can really be a game changer for me, I think, because I get paid by the load. So, but ironically, now I got this where I can, jam the wood out, and I can't get trucks. We're just having trouble. Some trucks aren't starting because of the cold. Some truck drivers aren't starting because of the cold. I love it. I don't mind that it's cold. As long as the equipment works and, you don't push yourself past your threshold, and you can just, get it. This is logging weather, man. This is great. I love being outside and just enjoying every minute. Once you're moving, you're fine. But, all right, enough of that. But that's where the interest in the bucksaw came from. And a quick thing I want to show here is my mom and dad got me this for Christmas. And this is a double-headed axe. I'm not quite sure where they got it from. Man, this little booger's sharp. Made in USA. Can you see that on there? Can you? USA. This is, the brand is, I think it's Velvet Cut. It's by Council Tool. I mean, I've heard of them before. It's nothing crazy. I just thought it was cool. I don't know what I'd do with this thing except maybe scare my neighbors. God, it's sharp. I mean, I'm kind of almost want to like hack on a log with it, but it's wicked sharp. Like you could probably shave with that, and it's right out of the package. This side's really sharp. This side needs a little love, but thought I'd show you. So Mom and Dad, if you're watching, thank you very much, and I love you as always, of course. So, all right, folks, enjoy the video. Stay safe.